5 billion rand Thuja UIF matter continuing at the High Court sitting in Pretoria today. This after we saw Mr. Mdwaba and his team stage a walkout. This after accusing the presiding or acting judge in this particular matter, Judge Maritz, of being biased. This is where we saw Mr. Mthunzi as well taking to the podium, ready to give a sense of how they reached to that position of saying that they're going to be withdrawing their lawyer from this particular case. A matter that would have delayed this particular case once again. This because it's after we saw him losing that battle to bring about new evidence into this matter yesterday, and he's maintaining that really, when you look at it, the acting judge in this particular matter has been biased towards him, coming down hard while really being lenient on the lawyers of the minister and that of the UIF and other respondents. I'm going to bring into the conversation this afternoon to get an update. This being Mr. Mali, who's joining us this afternoon from the Department of Employment and Labour. We're seeing this particular matter continuing this afternoon in the absence of Mr. Mdwaba. He had a lot to say when he took to the podium, talking about how this court has been in favour of the minister, and even more or less saying that it will be an injustice to see his lawyer continuing when there's some sort of animosity, he says, between him and the acting judge. Welcome to the SABC. Give us a sense of your understanding of where we find ourselves in this matter right now.
Precisely what Minister wanted, that we must ventilate things on court, they must be tested. And today we're beginning to see that Mr. Mdwaba possibly and his team is not able to proceed with that. And that's why when we proceed with the proceedings of today, despite his wishes to postpone infinitum the proceedings of today, we said we are not going to do that, and we're proceeding with the case. He has left the court, and we're proceeding. So we're waiting for the outcomes of what the judge is going to say after lunch, because this is what Minister has said, that it's not going to be helpful to say all these things we have been saying on social media and on TV. Now we're in court. Unfortunately, he has decided to dismiss his own counsel and to leave court. So we're waiting for the outcome. We are here in court, and that's what Minister has said to the public.
And so, if I can come in there to just check in with you around your understanding of these allegations that he's made here and your observations as well. Do you perceive the judge as being biased here? And would you say that there is a case here where Mr. Mdwaba was saying and alleging all of these things against the judge?
We don't even know the judge. We found the judge was given to us by the court. We find it very strange that a person can claim that the judge is biased towards the minister. In actual fact, we think from our side the judge has been very fair and lenient. Look at the number in which they have delayed. Even now, they thought that they are going to win. You know what happened yesterday? We couldn't proceed. We wasted almost 3 hours. And the judge was lenient enough to say we continue today. I think it was going to be unfair on us to come today of almost 3 days on a matter that was supposed to be resolved in 1 day, not to proceed with. So we are happy. We're proceeding. The show go on, whether Mr. Mdwaba is here or not, because we have to test everything that you say to the legal processes, and now we're in court. So we're waiting for what the judge is going to say. Whether he's biased or not, we do not know that, but we're proceeding, as Minister has said.
Yeah, and we see also this matter rolled over from yesterday into today, and this is particularly around that particular dossier or evidence that he wanted to present to the court. Let's get your reaction to the judge dismissing that particular matter and more or less saying that they're not going to be accepting new evidence in that badge, 600 pages or so that were presented to the court yesterday.
The judge has been consistent in his message that we cannot allow the court to be abused. And Mr. Mdwaba continuously has been doing that. And I think precisely that's a reason that he decided today, let's proceed. Whether he walks out or he makes all these allegations, because consistently this court and the judge has been abused by Mr. Mdwaba through his delaying tactics. Unfortunately today, he couldn't succeed, and that's why we're proceeding. We're waiting for 2 o'clock to proceed, and we'll hear what the judge is going to say, because our team has presented what Minister has been saying. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, we see, before we let you go, we see Mr. Thabani Masuku really going in this afternoon and presenting and wrapping up the minister's argument in this particular case. Does that give you confidence? Are you still looking forward to just a fruitful response coming from the judge, something that would rule in your favor and set aside this particular matter, and also just more or less put an order that would stop Mr. Mdwaba from those allegations that he's been making against the minister?
We are looking forward with confidence. That's why we are here. We didn't run away from court, so that we can ventilate this thing, and a sober judge is going to be able to process this thing. So we are looking forward, we are confident, we do not know what are the outcomes, but by virtue of being here and not running away with what he did with his team, we are looking forward to the outcomes of this, because Minister has said, let's go and test this thing in court, and that's why we are here. We are waiting for the outcomes of the judge.
Mr. Sabelo Mali, thank you very much, sir, for your time. It's coming through from the Department of Employment and Labour this afternoon, giving us an update as we see this matter just taking a court adjournment for the afternoon before we'll see the judge, this being Acting Judge Maritz, just taken to the podium to give us a sense of where this matter lies and if he's going to be ruling in the favour of the minister or he'll be giving Mr. Mdwaba another chance really to see this case through. But what we know as well is that we have lawyers of the UIF that are here. They'll also be given an opportunity to present their case, as you can understand that this was a deal and agreement gotten into between Thuja Holdings, Thuja Capital, and the UIF in that jobs scheme matter. I'm Katlego Legodi for SABC News at the Pretoria High Court.